Ladies and gentlemen, members of DHS, C.H.E.R.O Coalition, Protect, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. First, I want to start by saying there's 13 men graduating today, and they represent all 4 branches of the military: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force. And as amazing it is that the C.H.E.R.O Coalition was able to bring us together for this training, it's even more amazing the children that are going to be saved from horrific events that are happening throughout our country. I can't speak to the magnitude of what these gentlemen are going to go out and do. At this time, I'd like to recognize 2 of the men in the class. First, Dustin Mallow from United States Air Force. Dustin served in the United States Army Special Operations Command. And one day while on active duty, Dustin suffered a seizure. Dustin was notified that he had cancer and was going to have to undergo brain surgery. Well, it ended up being 2 brain surgeries later, 6 months of radiation therapy, and a year of oral chemotherapy. Most men would still be in bed today trying to recover from something like that. Not a man like Dustin. You see, Dustin's one of the men that finds a challenge, rises up to it, puts it in his rearview mirror, and just puts it on a list of another accomplishments in his long list of accomplishments. I don't know what else I could say to you about an individual like that who will never stop working towards their end goal. Dustin, it's been an honor. Mike Compton, I think the name says it all. Mike Compton's literally a living legend within our community. I won't go into the long list of injuries that Mike sustained, but one thing I will highlight is in 2009, Mike was actually shot in the skull and made a full recovery. And instead of being returned home from that deployment to go seek medical treatment like you would imagine any of us would, Mike stayed in with his team, pressed on, finished his deployment, got full recovery, and then deployed again in 2011. And as if that's not enough stress on your family, his wife Abby's back home, has her plate full, 2 children. Her husband, after being shot, deploys again. What does she do? She decides to start her own nonprofit organization called Raising Raiders. Raising Raiders is for the MARSOC team of family members that may be needing extra assistance while their husbands are deployed or their children are needing enrichment programs. The reason I tell you this about these gentlemen and their families is because this is the level of men that are going out to do this work. Their families support them 100%. They're goal-oriented, they're mission-oriented. There's nothing that they won't do to see their end goal. As for me, I'm coming from the world's premier force raid group, 75th Ranger Regiment, 3rd Ranger Battalion. I believe that in itself is enough. I thought at that point that I was going after the world's worst men until Master Sergeant Castillo told me about a program called the H.E.R.O Corps. When Master Sergeant Castillo from the C.H.E.R.O Coalition described to me exactly what it was that I would be going and doing, I then knew I'd be going after the worst men on the planet. I'm excited to be able to make it through this program and go out to our field offices. And the one thing I would like to iterate to my class members is as we go out to our field offices, just remember that there is a level of expectation among us to serve our country completely with the most due diligence that we would spend while we were in C.H.E.R.O or while we were in special operations. There's no exception. This mission is more important than anything we've ever done, or for that matter, anything that we will do.
Gentlemen, will you raise your right hand? Repeat after me, please. I, and state your name, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. Welcome to ICE.